perfection. I've always tried to attain the pinnacle of perfection. To me, everything has to be just right, and the lady in front of me is case in point. I mean, I could have easily shot her in the street, but that would not have been right. Right? That is why I've worked so hard on the necklace she is now wearing. I tested the timers and the motors, tiny but powerful, that controlled the amount of time the choking pressure was applied and the intensity of the strain. I've seldom been cruel to anybody, man or animal, but this is something I must do. You might think that I'm somebody who worked in a concentration camp, but I'm not. I have contributed liberally in the past to orphanages and to animal shelters. In fact, before today, the only animal that has died by my hands is an old dog whose neck I fixed the collar to see if pressing the blue button actually caused death. The dog was on its last legs, but I still wept when my invention worked. You see, if I did kill the lady in front of me, I wanted to do it as painlessly as possible. This is why I have the revolver in my pocket. If my invention doesn't kill her quickly in the end, I will blow her brains out and provide her with instant oblivion. Life has not always given me the right chances, but I am an honest man. I would give her the chance that life never gave me. The quiz. I read nothing except the criminal news and the agony column. The latter is always instructive. What story is this taken from? I asked her. She smiled, which meant that she knew the answer. The adventure of the noble bachelor, she said. Good. I didn't want her blood on my hands. If she answered all the questions right, it would be my pleasure to release her. But some part of me still cries out for revenge. The victim's thoughts. When one is bound hand and foot to a chair and wearing a necklace that can kill instantly, one doesn't feel like giving self-introductions. But still, permit me. I'm the only daughter of a prominent jeweller, long deceased. My dad had two weaknesses, spoiling me silly with the best of gifts, and trying to make more and more money. While the former was good, the latter was obviously achieved by destroying the dreams of others. Wealth is as addictive as tobacco, and since society abhors the latter while praising the former, it is even harder to give up. Though I have always had what I wanted, I think that I may say that I have always been kind to people. My mum told me that when I was a kid, I cried because the cook's son didn't have any good toys, and this forced my dad to buy some for him. After my parents died, I have made a lot of money, but I run a string of orphanages, animal shelters, and homes for the old and infirm. God has given me the lot, and I have spread what He has given me amongst His children. So why am I fighting for my life now? Chapter 2. The Torturer's Thoughts. Designing the perfect diamond necklace means more than adding a lot of sparkling diamonds. It means that you have to define, first of all, the meaning of perfection itself. Many people speak of perfection and quality without understanding these words. To a film director, a perfect plate of glass is a thin one that won't hurt the stunt artist when he drives a bike through it. To a security man, a perfect plate of glass is something that can stop a bullet and protect the VIP standing behind it and delivering a lecture. To me, a perfect necklace is something that cannot be stolen. You may want to laugh at me for saying this, but there's nothing funny about getting your necklace stolen while walking on a street, or losing it during a power failure, as happens so often in many films. How does one design something like this? For one thing, the clasp has to be solid so that it cannot easily be removed, and the base metal on which the diamonds are mounted should be sturdy and resist wrenching. Of course, if someone were to pull such a necklace really hard, it might literally yank off the neck of the wearer. But since no chain snatcher is going to industriously saw a necklace off a lady's neck right in front of her, chances of this happening are remote. One thing that has always fascinated me is technology. One day, my aim is to create a necklace that comes with its own fingerprint reader, the way mobile phones come with an IMEI reader. This way, even if someone steals your necklace, they can't wear it, though they could possibly break it down and sell the jewels separately. But this is something that I might work on in the future. Today, the only necklace I'm concerned about is the one adoring the neck of the lady in front of me. The quiz. Chance has put in our way a most singular and whimsical problem, and its solution is its own reward. Do you know in which story Sherlock Holmes said this? The lady smiled again. The Adventure of the Blue Carbuncle, she said with relief in her voice. Good, my lady, but not good enough. I still have 15 more questions for you, and you've just 2 chances of getting the answers wrong. After that, the next mistake you make will be the last one forever. The victim's thoughts. Diamonds have always been my weakness. Even as a child, my mum has always told me that I would keep tugging at her neck.